So I'd like to welcome everybody to the first of what I hope will become a weekly short session called The Joy of Gratitude. And it's extremely exciting to see so many people on here, so many familiar faces. And I know there's also many people who weren't able to make this specific time and they're waiting for the recording. And I suppose the fact that so many people have come, you know, it's only been a couple of days that we were talking about this. I think the fact that so many people are interested and want to be involved with this demonstrates what we know. We know it's been a rough year. And even for those of us who've managed and coped, many of us are carrying a weight on our hearts, and we're yearning for company, and we want happiness and security, financial security, emotional security. We feel as if we're sort of without an anchor. Several people mentioned to me when I posted the post on Facebook that they could really do with some joy in their lives. Or another comment somebody made was they could really do with some cheering up. And the truth is, I do too. I'm not doing this because I'm filled with happiness and gratitude all the time, and I want to lecture to all of you. On the contrary, for the vast majority of the last 6 months, I have felt down. And to be completely honest, even before that, I wasn't walking around with constant joy in my heart. But I think it's time to do something about it. And I have tremendous gratitude to all of you for being willing to consider joining me on this journey. So this inaugural session is sponsored as a merit for Shlema for Yehuda Shalom ben Chai Rachel, who's the father of a good friend of mine who needs our prayers. There are opportunities if people want to sponsor future weeks. Just be in touch with me. So let's start with a story. Well-known story, you probably have heard it before, but it's very appropriate to start with today. There's a lady walking along the beach with her son. Beautiful beach, the sun is shining. Her young boy's walking, holding her hand. Suddenly the wind picks up and the wind blows a massive, massive wave onto the shore. This wave washes over the mother and the child, and she's trying to hold on to the child's hand, but the child sort of lets go, gets pushed by the wave, gets sucked into the sea. One moment the child was there, and the next minute the child is gone. And the lady, she doesn't know what to do. She can't see the child. She turns to God. She turns to Hashem, and she screams out to Hashem, God, please, please save my child. And she's davening from the depths of her heart, when suddenly another massive wave comes and washes the child back onto the shore. This child, the mother is filled with tremendous gratitude. She turns to Hashem and she says, oh God, thank you for listening to my prayer. Thank you for bringing back my 1 second. 1 second, she says with a frown. God, he was wearing a hat. Where's his hat gone? Now, of course, we find such stories amusing because they're so exaggerated, right? But the reality is, isn't this something that, at least in a small way, we all suffer from? We have so much goodness in our lives, and yet we tend to focus on what's missing. So in Hebrew, the word gratitude is hakarat hatov. And if we were to translate that literally, it would be called recognizing the good. Recognizing the good, hakarat hatov, recognizing the good. And we all know that we live in an imperfect world. We're filled with imperfect people, every one of you, and me too. Imperfect circumstances. How can we possibly have gratitude and happiness in such an imperfect world? There's so much imperfection. There's so much to complain about. There's so much to complain on and post on social media about, that's for sure. And the answer is hakarat hatov, to selectively recognize and focus on the good. And therefore, I doubt very much that you're going to hear any chiddush and you're going to hear any real and new insights from me tonight, or possibly over the next few weeks if you keep on joining me. But what I found is that there are so many things that we know to be true. We know them to be true, but we need constant reminders, otherwise they just slip from our minds. So, as we're approaching Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, I want to share one little point of goodness that we may be missing, we may not be recognizing, even though it's with us all the time. What does it mean to have a new year? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the creator of this world instilled in creation the power of renewal. The power that what was. But right now, there's a whole new world of possibilities. And therefore, it's not surprising that when there's a new year, whether it's a Jewish one or whether it's the 1st of January, people are motivated to take on new resolutions. Of course they are, because they are naturally inspired to renew themselves. It's the time. It's in creation. It's in the fabric of creation. And we see it in the cycle, in the growth of nature, that there's the death over winter and then the rebirth in spring. And we see it in our calendar, but not just in the new year. There's the new months. The very first mitzvah, the very first commandment that the Israelite nation as a whole were given, is the commandment to create new months based on the lunar cycle. And each month was a time to reevaluate where we're headed, to turn over a new leaf. We say in our davening, in our prayers on Rosh Chodesh, on the new month, Zaman kapara lechol toldosom. It's a time for the Jewish people to repair and move on. You see, here's the thing. What we have to realize is that the gift of renewal is exactly that. It's a gift. And it's not even a gift that we have to wait a year, that we have to wait a month to use. Every new day, we are given that gift anew. The first word that is supposed to come out of a Jew's mouth when they get up in the morning is modeh. Thank you. Thank you for what? Well, the simple words of the prayer are, thank you for returning my life, for giving me a new day. But on a deeper level, what we're actually thanking God for is not for a new day, but a new day. A day that is new. Now, if you're anything like me, you may well have had days when you didn't want to get out of bed. As soon as you wake up, you think, I just wish I could still be sleeping because I don't want to face the mess I made yesterday. The last thing you want to be doing as you stumble groggily to the bathroom is thanking him for another day, right? And if you're anything like me, and this is painful, if you're anything like me, you may find yourself harmlessly going through your day when suddenly something that happened, something you did or said, maybe even years ago, or something that somebody did or said to you, suddenly pops up in your mind and it weighs you down, and you spend the next hour or so, or maybe more, digging yourself deeper into that negative space. See, what we have to realize is that every day we're given a gift. It's a gift of renewal. It's a gift which says, forget about yesterday or the past or 10 years ago and the mess you made. It doesn't matter. You're starting today with a clean slate. You are starting a new day as a new person, and today is going to be great. Do you understand what a gift that is? What a present, what an opportunity. So I'd like to set a challenge. I'm not keeping you long. It's going to be short each week. I'd like to set you a challenge, something for all of us to do, me as well, until we meet again next week. When you wake up every day this week, as soon as you wake up, say thank you. Say thank you for the new you. And if you already say the Modeh Ani prayer, if you already say that thing that we're supposed to say first thing in the morning, really concentrate on that first word and feel it. Feel the power it gives you to leave behind the past and forge something new today. So I hope we'll meet again next week. But meanwhile, please message me if you have any comments. I've just sent to the chat my Facebook link and my email address. If you have any comments or feedback, or you want to tell me how the challenge is going, or when I'm going to be posting a recording of this online, if you want to If you want to watch it again or share it or comment below on the recording, please share it with anybody you could gain. And please God, I'll see you next week. And I hope that for me too, and for all of you, that this week will be a week of just a little bit more happiness, as we wake up and we really connect to that feeling of the new you. I don't care what happened before. Right now, I can make today a success. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that you were here with me.